Okay, so what is multiple sclerosis? If you've been diagnosed with MS and you're searching for answers, this is probably one of the first questions you typed into Google. And while the medical definition is well known, you can find that anywhere, what often gets left out is the root cause. Why? That's what I was left with. Okay, you're telling me that my body is attacking itself, but why? First of all, that doesn't feel right to me. And second of all, you can't tell me why. And I never let it go. Why is my body attacking itself? Because deep down, I knew nothing is wrong with my body. My body is not attacking itself. That makes no sense to me, but I never had the research or the understanding of what was going on in the body to explain my symptoms. So I'm going to break it down for you. The medical definition of multiple sclerosis says it's a chronic condition where the immune system mistakenly attacks the protective covering of your nerves, called the myelin sheath. We all know this. This disruption in nerve signaling leads to a huge range of symptoms, like fatigue, numbness, brain fog, vision problems, balance, trouble walking, or if you've had it long enough, no walking. Multiple sclerosis is considered an autoimmune disease, meaning that the immune system is attacking your own body. But here's where I offer a different perspective, and one that actually aligns with this view, just with a deeper explanation of why the immune system is actually attacking in the first place. I believe, and I have seen through my own personal experience of healing all of those symptoms and my clients' experiences, that MS symptoms are triggered by a viral infection. It's the Epstein-Barr virus, EBV. Instead of your immune system attacking for no reason, it's actually attacking something real. It's attacking something it's supposed to be attacking, the virus that's hiding inside of your body. So of course, the next question is, well, what do you mean it's hiding? The doctors did all of the tests. Right, but in stage 2, the Epstein-Barr virus leaves your bloodstream and it heads for an organ. Whatever organ it decides to live in is what's going to give you a collection of symptoms that the medical industry is going to name. So if it decided to live in your spleen and or your liver, you're going to get a certain set of symptoms that are called multiple sclerosis. If it decided to live in your thyroid, then you're going to get diagnosed with thyroidism, hyper, hypo, Hashimoto's. Let's say it goes into and stays into your intestinal tract. Depending on the strain of the virus, because there's well over 65 different strains of the virus, you're either going to have a very mild strain or a very aggressive strain. So if it's in your gut lining, then you're either going to get diagnosed with IBS, if it's a mild one, or you're going to get diagnosed with Crohn's disease. Are you starting to see the pattern of wherever the Epstein-Barr virus is in your body gives you a collection of symptoms that you then take to the doctor, and the doctor goes, we have no idea why you're experiencing these symptoms. You know what we call that? We call that an autoimmune condition. And here's the name for your set of symptoms. This explains why the blood work comes back normal. In order to get diagnosed, so an official diagnosis of MS, you get the spinal tap, you get the blood work, and you get the MRIs. What we're not told is that that blood work came back completely clean. You think that the doctor sitting across from you, looking at your test results and going, right here, we see it. They don't see anything. That blood work is completely clean, because if it wasn't, then they would be able to see an infection and the reason why your body appears to be attacking itself. Now let's talk about the MRI. The MRI comes back with lesions. Lesions is just a scary word for scars. And guess what? Over 90% of people on this planet have scars on their myelin. The only problem is not everyone in the world gets MRIs. Let's talk about the spinal tap. Oh, well, Jean, they said I have these bands in my spinal fluid. You know what those bands are? I call them the Ollie bands. Those bands are actually proteins. Those are the broken off pieces of myelin. Myelin is a very dense protein. And when it scars, the body gets rid of that scarring, that protein that broke off, and it flushes it through your system. One of the ways that it flushes through your system is through the spinal fluid. There is a logical explanation for why you are feeling what you're feeling. I want to go back to Epstein-Barr. It also releases neurotoxins. It inflames the nervous system, which leads to the exact same symptoms the medical world says is MS. So yes, your immune system is absolutely on the attack. And that's what they see in the MRI. Here's your myelin and here's your immune system. We get the contrast so that we can see the activity of the immune system. And they see the attack because that's the only thing that the instrument, the MRI, that the instrument can see is the myelin and the immune system. Oh my goodness, it's attacking. It looks like your body is attacking itself. There's a few processes between this and this happening. This is your myelin. Heavy metals rest onto your myelin. They settle. The Epstein-Barr virus floating around your body sees the heavy metals, and that's its food source. And it goes, oh, food, starts eating. And then your immune system goes, hey, fucker, you're not supposed to be there. And it starts to attack the virus. The problem was that the instruments used to see inside the body could only see the myelin and the attack. That's it. Your body is not wrongly attacking itself. There's nothing wrong with your body. And if your body could talk, it would say, I've been protecting you since well before you got your diagnosis. I've been protecting you your entire life. You started seeing weird symptoms. And let me guess, most of you were middle school, high school, weird symptoms that no one could explain. And then later on in life, there was some traumatic event that happened in your life, whether it was a breakup, a traumatic car accident, or life was just too much for you to handle at that time through no fault of your own. Life was so overwhelming, and that's when you got your first symptom. So what is MS? It's a collection of symptoms that is your body's way of telling you there's something inside of me. Get it out, please help. My view, the medical industry's view, they don't have to compete. They actually complement each other because they both acknowledge something is going wrong in the nervous system. Something is not right in the nervous system. The medical industry is correct. They do see what they see. Absolutely, that's going on. It's just that I wanted to go deeper to find out the why, because I couldn't rest. I kept going, but why, but why, but why? And my mind would not stop until I found the cause. The cause is the Epstein-Barr virus. Once you get to understand what feeds the Epstein-Barr virus, what you can do about it, then you understand what's causing your symptoms and you watch them go away as you kill the virus in your body. This absolutely can be done. I've done it for myself. I was paralyzed. I was in a wheelchair. I couldn't use my arms and my legs. I'm the example. You can do this. You don't have to live the way you're living. There is an answer. In the show notes, go download that free book, MS Healing, the Epstein-Barr Connection. Start reading about what the virus does inside the body and why your body is reacting the way it is. This will give you so many answers. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next video.